Hey guys, my name is Steffi. I'm from the social media team of Mentoring Europe, and today I'm with
Fiona.
and I'm gonna interview her about her career, things she's passionate about, and just more about herself. So, first question, can you tell us a bit more about your career path or how you came to find this career that you're doing right now?
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Fiona. I'm a freelancer. I'm an entrepreneur, and first of all, I started studying political science and public administration, international relationships, and that led me to have a better understanding of how society was working, how structures were developing, and how systems were existing. So I started working when I finished my master's in Paris. I started working for a private corporation, funding programs that had an impact, right, on society. I was funding then museums in order to have more people getting access to culture. I was working with actions to prevent school dropouts, right? And then I discovered a program that I really liked. It was a mentoring program for kids from disabled neighborhoods. And I was really passionate. I really enjoyed it. And then I decided to change my seat on the table and go and work for that organization for 5 years almost. And during these 5 years, I learned so much about how mentoring was working, how structures were evolving. I had the responsibility of change the program in a way that people could use it better, could develop it better everywhere in France. And I did that for 5 years, and then I entered a network. Of different organizations I started meeting new people in the US, in Canada, all over Europe, and I was really passionate about how we keep on doing this work. And then I realized that the way I wanted to keep on going was freelancing as an entrepreneur in order to continue then discovering new ways of working, new projects, new collaborations. So this is how I got to this point where I'm at right now. I've been working for 3 years now as a freelancer in trying to design mentoring solutions for a bigger audience, trying to help organizations, governments or corporations develop and evolve in mentoring solutions to prevent, or at least to have more inclusion in society.
Very impressive. Did you maybe have someone like a mentor or just like someone who was already in the field that introduced you to this line of work, or did it just happen?
Yeah, I had people along the way who helped me better understand who I was, what was my value. I have in mind one specific person, maybe two even, because we not only have one mentor in our life. I think we are a combination of people who impact us in a way. Some people impact for a longer term, others just maybe it's a sentence that they gave you and that catch on with you. And I had one specific person who trusted me and pushed me into giving the better version of myself. And I think that helped me a lot, especially as an entrepreneur, because you're alone, you have many fears happening at the same time, you're excited about new projects and you're thrilled about moving forward, but at the same time, I went through self-doubts, had a hard time knowing my real value in the whole process. So that person helped me be less afraid and trust myself, and have time as well to just take a step back, realize what was happening, and then going back again stronger.
And how do you manage to stay like passionate when you have like setbacks and doubts and fears?
It's funny because I'm a freelancer, I'm an entrepreneur, so I work mostly alone, but I don't like working alone. I think that I'm better working with others, I feel more confident, I feel more clever, sharp when I'm connecting with a room, connecting with different kind of people, different fields. So I always try to, when I enter a project, new client, I want to work with the teams they are available. And for me, it's really a success if I work together with the team, if we all move together into the same direction, or maybe different directions, but I really love to learn how people work, how institutions also evolve with the existing force that they have. And I think this is something that really keeps me on going and inspires me all the time to connect with people. I really believe in how connections can make us grow, and how personal stories can move real projects. So I think this is what inspires me, and talking to people, getting to know you, for example, or having these kind of conversations for me makes the whole difference. And I'll always try to share something, grow in this sharing, learn and evolve. Yeah.
Nice. And now that you've been at Mentoring Europe for almost a month, do you have like any collaboration project in mind, or like an event that you maybe want to organize and plan?
There's always many ideas, especially with so many students and brilliant minds around, and with the whole Mentoring Europe team. One thing I really liked here is that students are on the lead. You are the working force, but the moving force of Mentoring Europe. And I think that this is something pretty unique, and that needs to also be showcased elsewhere. So one idea would be, to have. So I came here also to have to give a training on Road, which is a training for integration of young migrants with mentoring. So after the training, we realized that the group was really keen on keep on learning and on keep on having these informal exchange spaces to learn from each other and to exchange best practices. So I think this would be a really nice idea to try to find a way of keep on creating this collective knowledge, because we are all going through similar experiences with mentoring, ups and downs. So I think it's really nice to have these talks where people can just share and concerns and successes. So this would be one thing. Then the other, I think here there's a lot of knowledge happening. So it would be really nice to offer some kind of, we were talking before, maybe a short course in the summer or something that can also give knowledge to the European mentoring community. But what I really like is I'm not scared. I'll be back. I'm sure there's many ideas, many projects happening, and thanks to also the European funds and how the European mentoring is connected to European institutions. I think we have a pretty solid field to work on.
And could you share with us like an experience or an event that happened during your career that really had an impact on you?
An event that had an impact on me, a working event. I would say that when I went for the first time, I think, I would say two. The first one was when I discovered the Mentoring Europe network. That was during a learning expedition that the Baudouin organization founded and helped organize. And I was working in Paris at that time. And we had the whole, a bunch of like 30 people from the Mentoring Europe community come to Paris, to the offices where I was, and we had 2 days of really learning from each other. And it was the first time I was working and exchanging with people from all over the world that were also doing mentoring as I was doing. And it was the first time I did not feel alone. I was like, wow, other people are thinking about mentoring, and other people are also going through the same elements or questions that I am. So that was really an eye-opener for me, and made me also have a new perspective on what I was doing, give myself also more value, because I understood things that I thought I was the only one thinking or going through. So entering a community of practice made me feel really supported and kind of empowered also in the work that I was already doing. And then the second one was a major one, which is the US Summit. Thanks to also the fact that I learned that this network was existing, then I realized that there was this huge international network which is in the US, and every year they organize a summit. So thanks to Mentoring Europe, I attended the European delegation of this summit, and then it was like, whoa. Mind-blowing on the collaboration, how many organizations were gathering all together in order to talk about mentoring, in order to defend mentoring, to have some advocacy on mentoring. So that was really inspiring, and I think I brought back that to me. I brought it back with me to France, for example, and this is also where in France we started thinking, okay, we need to be more collaborative. We need to start working on defending our common goal, right? For mentoring. And this is also what got us to have an umbrella organization in France, have a public policy that was built on mentoring, thanks to also this collective that existed. So I think that was a game changer for me.
So what were the biggest challenges you faced during your career, and how did you overcome them?
So I would talk about maybe my career as an entrepreneur, because that's the most exciting aspect, because it's a lot of ups, a lot of downs. And I would say that the first year was hard, because you're alone, you want to do the best you can. And I realized that I was super hard on myself. I was my own boss, and for good or bad, I was really exigent. I wanted to give the best, and that meant reading emails 10 times, thinking through many times, thinking it through, and not being sure about what I was delivering. Like a lot of self-doubt that unfortunately I think happens a lot around women as well, as women entrepreneurs who, we are kind of going through something that we call the imposter syndrome. Like I'm not, I don't deserve this success. I'm not sure about the value. You know, this kind of things that really took a lot of energy on me, and it made me. It forced me to make a double effort to just shut up this little voice in my head and then just keeping it forward. So yes, I that was hard. To just trust myself, trust the work that I was doing, because I was doing it right. And proof of that is that I'm 3 years after I'm here, and I have like more than 15 clients all over Europe, and that I've been working with many beautiful organizations, and it has been such a great journey and learning experience. But at the same time, yes, it was hard to just ask for help when I needed it and not wait too long. Just trying to balancing all these new feelings that I was experiencing, and and I would say that mentors, people, role models around me helped me a lot. Friends, family that were around me, just trusting in me, and even people I didn't know. Like I learned to be very resourceful. I learned that I don't have to have all the answers, that I'm not paid to be the expert, to have all the exact answers, that I can just say, you know what, let me check that, I'll be back to you, I'll write you back. And it was really nice for me, because I realized that it's okay to just have resources around you that will help you design, craft a solution that you feel it's the right one, right? So it was really important to me to understand that. It made me, it helped me relieve the pressure that I have on myself. And I was, for example, I had to moderate. When I had to moderate for the first time, I was like, whoa, how is this going to go? But I really like the combination of this challenge that I was really scared about, and at the same time the excitement of having to do it and being the best out of it. And then, for example, in order to face this challenge, then I looked on the internet. I started, TED Talks. How do we moderate? What are the advices? So I started looking up people and role models around me that I really like how they were doing their job. And I was copying them. I was in my room copying them and just like being, recording myself. No, this I have to change and this, and being over and trial and error, right? Over and over and over. And then you get your story straight and you're confident with what you deliver. And I think my sentence would be, my recommendation is over prepare to improvise, right? Get the most prepared as you can, as much as you can, because then you will feel confident enough to just put away your notes and just be genuine, be yourself, be, what people are here to see. It's just somebody who's passionate about what she says and that she doesn't care if, something goes wrong or I think this is, you get there when you over prepare and you are like really hard working on what you want to deliver.
Okay. What do you do? Like, since you're working with a lot of young people and mentoring to help them grow, do you have some things that you do to like stay on top with the youth or like with trends or whatever's going around you?
Yeah. Well, I would say that my clients, I'm less connected to youth as I wish I was, because my clients are mostly governments, corporations, or NGOs or mentoring organizations. So I I work with them in order to think how they work with youth. Right. So it's true that experiences like this one that I had here with you in Leeuwarden and Mentoring Europe are extremely valuable for me because they made me reconnect as well with youth, with trends. And I think that it's extremely, extremely valuable, and that it's part also of the work of an entrepreneur and a consultant, as I do, is just to take time to learn as well. I've been so in my projects, just like doing, producing, that at some point you just need to take a step back and just inspire yourself in order to inspire others as well. And in order to do that, I read a lot. I talk a lot to people. I go to a lot of conferences in Barcelona, in Paris, in the US, in the Netherlands, in Brussels. I try to, be very active and trying to all the time tell my story and see how people react. And then trying to understand, what do they like, how do they felt, and then trying to pull from there a new conversation on that person, what's that person's story. And I think the most valuable is just having this this time here in order to just be okay to take some time to just lose time with others, right? Not to have an agenda, not all the time having a very strict and planned agenda, but also let's leave room to improvisation and just see how this conversation takes us and how can we learn from it. I think this is a good way of also being open to the unknown of the conversation and just try to learn the most out of it.
Okay, and during your 3 years of being an entrepreneur, is there like anything you wish you would have done differently or something you wish you can like change?
I wish I had more self-esteem. That's the first thing I would say. I wish I was. I asked for help quicker. Not waiting that I was like, oh, I don't know how to do this. I'm too tired. I think I'm going through burnout. I think that would have been very precious to say, you know what, surround yourself of other entrepreneurs quicker. Than I did. I did it maybe after the first year, which is late because I went through the whole cycle on my own, and then I think I would have been more I would have practiced more self-care
Yeah.
if I was surrounded of other entrepreneurs quicker. Also, but I think that also I liked it in a way, because then I have went through it alone, in the sense that I have my experience and I've learned it. But I think I would have preferred to try to connect with others while I was learning, have more role models available that I can just call and say, hey, I'm going through a rough time. And I liked it because I had friends and people that later on became entrepreneurs themselves, and I was there for them. And this is something that they really appreciated, and I felt that I was doing the right thing, and I felt also that I was growing while I was telling my story, and I was telling, you know what, no worries, it's fine, we can do this like this or like that, or have you thought of this or that. This helped also myself to understand what I went through, the journey I went through, and then sharing it. So having more role models and mentors around me, even if I was surrounded, I think I did not have enough the reflex or the automatism of saying, hey, I need help right now.
Okay, and lastly, for viewers, maybe could you share like a fun fact or like a quote about you, something that like really represents you?
Well, fun facts, I have many, but I think I'm going to go for the quote. I would say that, over-prepare to improvise. That's something that I really learned. At least it resonates with me, because I wanna be the best version of myself. I know that we cannot always be the best version, but I really learned that work hard to over-prepare has allowed me to thrive while I was doing my job in front of audience, or during a training, or in a job interview for a new client. And I think that what people are looking for is genuine stories, honesty, and human connections. And because I was very nervous, then sometimes I was losing a bit of this genuinity that was mine. So getting more than ready for whatever challenge I wanted to achieve made me able to overcome it by being me, with my own stories, with my perception of things. And this is at the end what people are looking for when they hire you as a person, as a consultant. They are hiring you, your ideas. And I think it's important to keep being genuine and giving yourself time to understand what is your message that you want to give.
Thank you. Thank you
You're
for
welcome.
answering our questions. It's very inspiring. I also learned some stuff from it. So
Okay, thank you. Thanks.
This was our interview. I hope you had a nice time watching it, and we see you later. Bye.
Bye.